It's the game of the season. Norwich blow out Southampton 5-1 to secure themselves a spot in the Premier League for a second season running. Welcome back, everyone. Season 3 here with Norwich City. We remain in the Premier League, and we have a lot of building to do to prepare ourselves for this season. It was a close call towards the end of last year, and we have to make sure that doesn't happen again. For those of you who might have just started watching, the big rule for this save is that we have to keep a net spend of 0. So the only money that we're allowed to spend are funds that we've earned from other player sales. We have $3.9 million left over from last season that we can still use now, and if we win this preseason tournament, we're also allowed to use that money as well. So we're going to make a push and see if we can do that for a second year running. To keep some costs down, I was so impressed by Hudson-Odoi last year. I'm going to see if I can just sign him on loan again. That would make our lives a lot easier. We wouldn't have to spend a lot of money on a new left midfielder then. So let's start the talks. So in terms of the length of the deal, if we could get away with 2 years, it would be great. And they'll take it. That's fantastic. 2 years on a player of his quality is so important for a club like us. Obviously, I'd like to have him as a full-time signing, but this is the best we can do for now, and I'm so happy. Alright, so we're coming up on our first preseason game here. We get a transfer budget increase, but again, it's not going to impact us. We're still going to stick to the net spend rule just to make this career really difficult. Alright, so I'm going to get the squad ready for this first preseason match. I'll give a run out to some players who didn't get a lot of minutes last season. We've got some nice depth to the team now, and I want to see what we're capable of. Godfrey didn't feature a ton, but he was on and off in that midfield a lot during the middle of the season. I want Patterson back up top. Again, he didn't impress that much, but he's such a good player, and I think once he finds his stride, he'll be a great striker. Alright, so I'm just going to sim that match. If we get into the finals, I'll play it. But I don't want to draw the rest of preseason out too much. We got a lot of transfers and stuff to make. Alright, a tie for our first game. Not too bad. We'll keep moving ahead. These teams aren't great, so I think we have a pretty good shot at going through. I'll take another look at the squad, rotate a little bit. Wagnerman, who hasn't played too much, but he's such a good player. I think he'll find himself in that left back spot in the next season or two. And we'll save that. And sim the second match. Let's see if we can get a win here. Another tie. Kind of disappointing. We got to step it up for next game because this money would mean a lot to us if we could win the tournament again. And we'll advance forward here. And our whole group tied on 2 points. A win here would see us through to the semifinals. So let's sim that game and see what happens. And there we go, 2-1. Pookie with the game winner. A transfer offer comes in for Stiepermann. He was one of my favorites in our first season, but he just didn't make the step up to the Premier League very well. Cardiff offering money for him. We bought Patterson from them, who ultimately replaced Stiepermann in the midfield for us, so I guess we could return the favor and sell him in reverse. Let's see if we can strike a deal here. I'll try to get a little more money out for him. Maybe 2.5 million, that would do a lot for us. And they'll take it. Easy enough negotiations. The deal should be done as long as the wages go through. And that'll be nice to have money. Alright, here we go, the semifinals. Can we win some preseason cash to make our lives easier for next season? I'm going to put a more full-strength lineup out here. Love back in the team. Aarons as well. And let's pray that the team gets a result. It'll be nice to carry some good form into next season as well. Whoo! And there you have it. 3-4 on penalties. We sneak our way through to the finals. I think it puts us in a really good position. Like I said, I'll play this next game, so hopefully it gives us a better chance at winning. And here we go. Stiepermann sold. That leaves us with $6.4 million, and winning this last game could give us an additional 4. That would really set us up for the next year. Alright, so here we go. We'll advance forward. I'll make some minor adjustments to the squad, but largely the same as we saw last season. Alright, here we are. It's the European International Cup final. Big preseason game. The trophy doesn't mean too much, but the transfer funds will. It's always nice for morale to get a win in big games like this anyways. And there you have it. Close semifinals, 1-1 in both games, went to penalties. And we defend to start the game. Bagnoman, a nice layoff there. It's Pukki. Cutting inside, has a go himself, but it's out. Hernandez. Give and go with Pukki. Nice run. Looks to get a ball through. It's sloppy, but wide of the post on the follow-up. Patterson does well. Aaron's now charging forwards. A curling ball to the back post, headed down and out. And that's halftime. Not a very exciting first half. We had a few chances, but they saw almost none of the ball. We're in total control of the match, 76% possession. And let's hope for more of the same. Aarons plays that central. Leitner. Tribal. Looking to find Patterson through. He lays it off. Buendia cutting inside. And an easy header. Leitner. Pukki spins inside. Patterson back to Pukki. Takes a touch. And it's wide! That is a shocking miss. I think he hits that 99 out of 100 times. I guess the defender just put him off. In from the throw-in now. Pukki again. Leitner. Back up top. Patient play here by Norwich. It's Rizzo looking for a way through. And again, Leitner finding himself in a wide position. He heads that back down. Souza. Out wide again to Aarons. Flying down the touchline. A ball is put in, headed, and it's a goal! It's Davide Rizzo who's come on and impressed once again. What a talent we have on our hands here. Does well to shake his man in the box and find space, and just keeps the header down target. Game winding down now. Can we see this one out? Yes! It's a win, and a really important one at that. I really liked what I saw out there tonight. Obviously not the best competition against us, but we had a huge share of possession, created a lot of chances, and kept things really locked down on defense. Players pretty excited about this, and like I said, it's nice to carry this form into the start of the season. And there you have it. We finished the game 74% possession and 0 shots conceded. Alright, so just to take a look at the money we brought in, you can see there preseason prize money, $4.4 million. Brings us to a grand total of $10.8 we're allowed to spend right now. And that should be enough to get us 1 or 2 quality players into the team. I don't even think we need to improve that much. Definitely a center mid is necessary. Probably a left back as well. But outside of that, we're pretty set up for the future. We got a lot of young players who are going to continue to improve. At this point, I'm just going to start putting some offers in. I'd like to get our business done early. You can see here for left back some of the targets we got. We've got 2 Man U left backs up here. Mitchell and Borthwick Jackson looking like good targets for us. They're roughly the same value and quality, different kinds of players, but it might come down to who we can get for a better value. We'll start with Borthwick Jackson. I'm going to shoot for just 2.8. Let's see what they have to say about that. It's a fair offer, deal is done. Let's see what we can work out with Mitchell before we move forward though. There's a chance we get him for less. Looking at about 2.5, so we actually might be able to get a better deal over here. Like I said, they're roughly the same quality, so I don't have that much of a preference for one versus the other. I'm gonna try for 2.4 and see if that works out. Coming back with a counter offer. Let's try to drive that down a little bit again, maybe 2.6. Every penny counts in this save. And again, that's a fair offer. They'll take it. Alright, so Mitchell is a little more affordable. Taking a look at their stats, he's a little faster. I think that's what we're missing on the wing as well. He honestly might be a better player for our system. So you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and negotiate. As long as this deal goes through, I think he's our man. It's a little hopeful, but I'm going to try for a rotation role. Alright, and they'll take it. Not bad at all. We've still got Lo Van Wagnerman waiting to get minutes, so I don't really want to promise him too much time. Although there is a chance he impresses a lot and just makes his way into the first team. And you know what, I'm just going to offer him whatever wages he wants. Again, that doesn't matter too much to us financially. And the deal is done. We've got our man. And now it's all going to be about finding a center mid. I think the rest of the team is looking in really great shape. We got a transfer offer for Heiss as well. He's one I'm looking to get out. Obviously, we have way too many left backs at this point, so someone needs to go. And once again, it's Cardiff coming in with the offer. There's been a lot of transfers in between us two teams. A little unfortunate that we haven't crossed paths as they went down the year we got promoted. But we've built a pretty good relationship over the past year or two, so I'm happy to sell them some of our players. Once again, they'll take it, 1.5. With Mitchell purchased for not all that much, and this money raised, we still have a good amount to spend. And another offer in for Pinto. We're going to sell him for 1.2. With everything factored in, that leaves us with 12.4 million. That should be more than enough to let us purchase a really good center mid. So here's what I've got shortlisted so far. Philip Billing, one of my top targets last year. He's still on the pricier end of what I'm looking for, but he looks to be such a good talent, 78 overall. Really well-rounded player, he's strong and technical. Mangala also looks to be a fantastic player. He's only 22 years old, and I think we can get him for a decent sum as well. Some of these other players could be up as well, but let's start with Billing. Alright, here we go. Negotiations getting underway. Let's see what we can work out. I'm offering 10. And they're not happy with that. Looking for 13. Let's see if we can cut it back to 11.5. And they're still looking for 12.2. It's doable for us, but that barely leaves us with any money left over. Let's tentatively accept it, but I might try to work out a better deal elsewhere. Like I said, Mangala might be my next choice. Let's see what we can get for him. He's currently playing in Germany, which is a place we obviously like to recruit from historically. So this would be a good deal to go through for us. Let's try for 10.5. And you know what? If they're looking for 10.8, that's not bad at all. I'll see if I can get it down a little bit. Stick to our first offer, and you know what? They're going to accept it. That is a great price for us. If this deal goes through, we'll still have 1.9 million left over just for miscellaneous sales. Maybe a player in January if we need somebody. And I'm going to try one more offer on Özkan. They'll take it for 8, and you know what? That's an even better price. At this point, I got 3 offers on the table. Any of them could go through. Just comes down to who I feel like is a better fit for the team and would leave us in a better spot financially. Özkan obviously the cheapest, but Mangala looks to be such a good player. It might be worth the extra cash. He's really well-rounded, and we need a player like him in midfield. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead with the deal. Billing was our top choice, but we have to do what makes sense for the team overall. Hopefully we can work out a good deal here and get everything set up for the season. Alright, so he's looking to be a crucial player. That's more than fair for someone of his talent. Hoping to sign him down to a long deal here, 5 years. And they are fine with it. And in terms of the wages, I'll give him an increase over what he has now, a decent bonus. And hopefully they say yes. They're coming back with some slightly higher demands. Again, that's fine. We're just going to take the deal, get him in the squad. Really excited to have this guy on board. We need a center mid like this. He's good all over the pitch, offensively, defensively. Seems to be a hard worker with high rates. And he's going to slot right into that midfield. Think Leitner and Mangala alongside one another. We got a little bit of figuring out to do. We also have Godfrey and Tribal. And time will tell who's going to lock down those spots. Alright, so for now, I'm going to see if I can get Love to accept a lesser role in the team. Like I said, he's getting up there with age, and we have 3 left backs now. And perfect, they're going to offer it up for me. That's what I was going to suggest anyways. Rotation role, I'll give him whatever wages he wants. I just don't want him to expect too much playing time this year if he doesn't get it. He's been important to the team so far, but like I said, we're going to have to see who locks down the left back spot as well. So at this point, we can start heading towards our first game. We've got most of our deals done. I don't think I'm really looking to make any new signings unless someone needs an emergency move. Billing and Ozcan deals are not going to go through, but we got an offer in for our young striker. Let's see if we can raise some more money. That could be helpful for us. Another 1.5 million. That leaves us with around 4 to spend before the end of the window. Or we can just roll it over into the future. I don't really have any new signings I need to make. And here we are coming up to the first game of our 3rd season. If you want to stay up to date with how the team is doing, please subscribe and help the channel out. I'll be back with a new episode soon. But until then, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm the Career Mode Expert, and I'll see you all next time.